Hello, 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 come in. Don't be shy. No one's going to bite you. Did you ever have uncles that said things like that and scared the bejesus out of you? Anyway, hello, it's Sunday the 30th of June. I am in London. It is horrifically hot. I am here to be judging the Comedy Women in Print Rewards prize tomorrow night. We'll be picking the final. And then I have a meeting with my publishers on Tuesday morning and to be finalising things. And what else can I tell you? So I am working away on my edits, and my self-esteem is in smithereens, and I am beset with cold sores, but I'm all right. Do you know? I'm all right. I hate the heat. I mean, who doesn't? Do you know? I mean, even the most committed sun worshippers would surely to God would find this horrific. Anyway, so I'm in London, and I will be working tomorrow, but tonight, Sunday night, we are meeting people, me and himself. We are going for dinner with people. Yes, friends. Yes, we are being like people. Do you know? I said to her, we'll be over on Sunday the 30th. Will we meet up for dinner? And she says, yes. And now we feel, I don't know what the word is, like people, like real people. Other people do that. They meet other couples for dinner and things. And they have conversations, they talk about things. You know, one person would ask a question and the other would answer it. That sort of thing. About things, you know, books and, well, I was going to say politics. Hopefully not politics, but, you know, things. And we'll eat things and they will drink wine, I hope. And I will drink sparkling water. And then we will say it is lovely to see each other and hug and all that sort of thing. And then we go home. Other people do it, we can do it, can't we, himself?
We don't do it much.
We don't do it much. We're crap. We're really crap. All right, I'm going to show you a book. Right. It is called How It Was, and it is by a writer called Janet Ellis, whose first book was The Butcher's Hook, which I didn't read because I struggle with historical fiction. It was Victorian, and it's because I am too desperate for the instant hit. I need it to be hooked very early on with the book. And with historical fiction, I have to slow down because the language is different and the words used are different, and I don't like it. I am lazy and I am always on for the instant gratification. So I didn't read it. But anyway, you will love this, some of you. If you are looking for a cozy read, do not buy this book. You will be horrified. However, if you're up for something a little bit more, I don't even know the word. It's a woman in the early 70s living this horrifically repressed life in some commuter town outside of London. She's a housewife and she's a daughter who is 14, and the daughter is in her, you know, just beginning to flower sexually. And this woman, her name is Marian actually, but it's not about us. She's married to a dull but kind man.
Could be.
Not. No, because she doesn't fancy him or anything, but she doesn't have the language. Oh God, there goes my cold sore plaster. She doesn't have the language to articulate her sexual needs or her emotional needs, and it's horrible. It is horrible. Anyway, herself and her daughter both meet the same man, and it's about so many things. It's about the relationship between mothers and daughters. It's about how, how they're threatened by each other's sexuality, how men are shit, basically, but not men. Some men aren't. It is so immersive. I really felt so like I was a housewife in somewhere in Kent in 1972 that I could barely breathe. It is almost grotesque, the realism of it, and it's amazing. And at the very end, the last 2 pages are just, I cried, and I never cry because I just don't. It's not my thing. I feel sad, but it's rare for me to shed a tear. She's sort of remarkable. As I say, cozy read, don't go near it, you know. I was going to say it's not uplifting, but actually the end sort of is, you know, in a very realistic way. Anyway, there you go. It's out in early August. I think it's the 2nd of August, the 8th of August. I nearly told you a lie there. Anyway, so there we are. So I will be, hold on now, where will I be next Monday? I'll be in Loughlin. I'll be in Ireland for a little while. But later that day, I'm coming back to London again because I am busy. Feckin' busy. And I just wish it was autumn. I just wish it was autumn and that it would rain and that I could be at home with with my husband watching telly. But but sure, look, listen, don't mind me. Sure, I going out tonight, being like a real person. I hope you're enjoying the heat. We arrived into Heathrow yesterday and we got on the feckin' tube, and it took us 8 hours to get 6 stops to Austerley, and it actually was only 5 stops, and then we were all made to get off, and it turned out that the entire tube had melted all over London and that nobody could go anywhere, and it was terrible. Anyway, goodbye. Enjoy yourselves.